What is going on, everybody? Last night, the NFL starts with the Hall of Fame game. And obviously, everybody knows that there's going to be a problem this year with the hitting and the new rule with the NFL and how they changed it and the targeting with the head and all of that stuff. And I was a defendant of that. I said, you do need to make a move because there's problems. There's CTE, there's people dying, there's depression. I mean, that's a serious issue. And then last night happened, and they wanted to show everybody what kind of plays are going to actually be called. Now, there will be clips in this video displayed, shown, that shows these hits in slow motion. These cannot be penalties. If these are penalties, the NFL is going to have a serious issue and a serious problem. There are going to be hits that should not be called at all that are going to define games. And I know this is going to be an issue. There are going to be times where teams should win football games, and there's going to be a late call and late in the game that's going to literally lose one team a football game. I understand that there is an issue with this, with the CTE, with depression. There is a problem. But sometimes you might just have to look at it another way and be like, if we change this part, if they continue to call it the way they did last night, I don't know how the game's going to work. That's just at the speed of the game. You're making a tackle, and that's the way you do it. There's no, we got to teach these guys another way. I mean, that's the way to do it. That's the way you make the tackle. These heads are not connecting. It's not head to head. I get that completely. When it's one guy using his head and shoulder to make a tackle into someone's chest, that should not be a penalty. It can't be. It's going to hurt the game. You just need to realize at some point, as much as a problem as it is, that we all understand, it's football. It's two men going at it. Full speed. At an insane level. Because these guys are more than the average athlete. There's going to be injury. There's going to be head trauma. I mean, it's kind of like boxing. What are you going to do? No more headshots in boxing? No more headshots in UFC? I mean, at some point, there's just no way to control it. There is to an extent when they made the move with no targeting to the head, all that stuff, but you can't just make a common tackle now a foul or a flag. You can't do it. This is going to crush the NFL this season. So many players are going to be unhappy. So many teams, so many fans. I know the NFL is trying to address a serious problem, but they cannot, and I mean they cannot call a game the way they did last night. It's going to be unwatchable. A standard tackle with a shoulder head movement into a player's chest, not head, chest, cannot be called. It can't be called. I'm frustrated because I know it's going to come down to some teams late in games. It's going to ruin a game for a team. That could mean playoffs. That could mean momentum. What if this happened in Game 3 last year for the Eagles? We squeak out that win against the Giants, and then we go on an insane run. If we lost that Giants game, who knows what could have happened? A hit like that, a nice standard hit like that gets called, could affect the team, and maybe their whole season, because you never know what can happen after being 1-2 or 2-1 after 3 games. And it's not targeting their head. You can't call a penalty flag on a defender making a tackle to another opponent's chest. I'm upset. I really am upset. And I defended the NFL, and I said they do need to make a move. But I didn't know it was going to be this bad. I didn't know it was going to be to this extent. Because some of these plays to me, I mean, that's a standard tackle. Yes, there's a little bit of a leaning with the head, but it's with the shoulder and the head to make a clean tackle of the opponent's neck down. It's not this. It's not. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I'm nuts. I can't imagine I'm the only one that feels this way. I can't imagine I'm the only one that's upset with these targeting calls. Because it's not targeting. It's not. It's clean tackles. Clean tackles. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you next time.